Well, hey there, good people, good people. Miss Sunshine here today, bringing you a bunch of love, light, and sunshine. Oh, wow, guys. Once again, it's been a few days or so since, you know, posted my last video, and life has been life, and that's just how it is, and we're getting down to close to the end of the month. uh, got a full moon coming up. Not quite sure how individuals are feeling right now. Just wanted to check in, tap in, see how you're feeling. It's been a crazy, wild month. I think it's one of those months, if you think it can't happen, just think again. It probably can. And it's just stuff that, we filter through, we go through, we observe it, we don't absorb it. And I think, I've been telling you guys about things coming up to the core to let you see what you've been holding on to, what's serving you and what's not. And guys, have you felt it? Guys, is this true? I mean, I don't know about you, but yeah, it's been happening. Things you thought you closed out, not really. Just coming up, seeing, are you holding on? Are you letting go? Are you trying to be in control? You know what I'm saying? Have you released the need to be in control? Are you holding your boundaries? Those are a couple things I want to talk about real quick. I'm going to pull a couple cards, but, this video is going to find who it needs to find when it needs to find you. I am so sure of that. For those who have been following and, just checking out my videos, thank you very much, y'all. This is the real me. True transparency is what you get. I'm a human just like anybody else, but I am an earth angel. You know what I'm saying? We are star seeds, earth angels, spiritual warriors, and we're all coming together, and this is just a safe space for you to get a word or two and a whole lot of sunshine. So, I always tell individuals, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay? Because that's just how it is. Everything may not resonate. You may have something here or there that resonates. You may have a whole lot that resonates. And I always say you may have nothing that resonates. You may just need some sunshine today. I'm here for it. Whatever it is you need, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, stopping by here, you can get a little bit of that. If you find this video today, it's Monday, right? Yeah, it's Monday, the beginning of the week, the work week. And, I really hope, everybody made it through it. And if you're watching this, then hey, at least you made it through it. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench unclench it. Sometimes you don't know you're doing that, but let's just take a minute. We're going to talk about, holding those boundaries today, and releasing the need to be in control. As we're stepping into this new season, rewriting, just, getting the opportunity to rewrite the future how we would like to rewrite the future if we've been doing the work. Yeah, it really took a whole bunch of holding your boundaries. It really took a whole bunch of releasing the need to be in control. Those two can be very tricky. It can be very tricky because, coming into this new phase, coming into yourself, getting to know yourself a little bit better, you have to learn how to hold your boundaries and still remain in peace. well, remaining at peace. You feel me? Um, I believe peace comes when you realize external circumstances are to be experienced and observed and not absorbed. That means, like, you finally are able to have a peace of mind when you're realizing that 85% of the issues that are going on within your life, they're not created by you. They're created by external sources. If they are created by you, you are the one that can change that. Please excuse me. I don't know. All of a sudden, I just, my nose started. I don't know. But here's the thing. Your external circumstances, the things that are created by all the other people, if you have learned anything, you have learned that a lot of these things happen and it's a divine reason why it's happening. You know what I'm saying? If it's a detour, I always say a reason, a season, a lesson, or a blessing. It's a lesson, a blessing, a reason, a season for anything that happens. And the external circumstances that create a little bit of turmoil in your life, if you let it, sometimes if you don't give it a moment to just register and sink in, you could actually fall into reacting like you had done before, because it's natural. Sometimes we do that. Giving your body a couple seconds, you know what I'm saying, to take it in, and I've said that before. Get a feel of it. Get a feel, and it's okay. What are people or the situations gonna do? It's not gonna rush you. Come on now. But give it that opportunity to sit so you know how you can respond to it. And holding these boundaries, like, the thing of it is, you're going to be tempted to do something that you're not quite sure about. Okay? If it doesn't resonate with you, if you feel obligated to do it, that's your system saying that's not what you're supposed to be doing. And sometimes holding those boundaries is listening to yourself when self says, like, no, we're not going to do that because that's what we're supposed to do. That's shrinking yourself. You're caring about somebody else more than you're caring about you. And sometimes in these situations, people, please excuse my fan. It's like 100 degrees here, and you'll hear my fan. Because, yeah, I'm outside. But anyway, you'll have some people that, may not like that no. You'll have people say some things or whatever, but that's okay too. That's okay too. This is the new revolution. You know what I'm saying? This is the new season where, what's here matters. You know what I'm saying? But as well, when you're holding those boundaries, that's where we get into releasing the need to be in control. And when I say releasing the need to be in control, I've spoke about this as well. But this far into the game, here's the thing about it. Sometimes you're not even realizing you're trying to be in control. You're trying to control the outcome of a situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've gotten to the point where, as I've been talking, we're out the wilderness, we were in the void, now we're into our new season, but everything, the full picture hadn't showed up yet, so you're still anticipating, you know what I'm saying? So being in that space, it's uncomfortable. It's a lot of anxiety because you don't know. Now it's faith. It's real faith but at this point now you know your blessing's on the way. You just don't know what it is. So sometimes what you may do, you may have this thought in your head like, we think we know how a situation is supposed to play out, and we may start making moves and we're convinced that's how it's supposed to play out, and then there's a plot twist. So you have to be flexible and be like, oh, if you put a lot of energy and effort, oh, this is what's supposed to happen, this is what's supposed to happen, and there's that plot twist and it doesn't happen, don't get discouraged. See, we're moving ahead of ourselves. That's us still unconsciously trying to control the situation, because from our limited mindset, that's as far as we can think. But the divine, you know what I'm saying, the universe, the God, whatever, however you see it, is bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, for some of y'all, it's something that you can't even imagine because you hadn't experienced it. But letting go of having to have that control and it, just enjoying the situations, good, bad, and different as they come along, and enjoying this thing called life, because fuck it, we only got one. People are dropping off left and right. People having heart attacks, strokes, cancer, everything is going on, depression, everything. So why not enjoy it? But like I say, it can be frustrating at times, because just when you think you know, just when you like, okay, I'm here's my breakthrough, and you put energy and effort into moving in that direction, and spirit and them show you, no, plot twist. You feel me? And you're like, whoa, didn't see that coming. And you can't get mad at the readjustment that you may have to make just because you're still trying to rush into your new season. Clearly, if it's not aligned, it's not aligned. But still knowing that it might not be that. And that's okay. Okay? I mean, it just really shows you to be patient and stop trying to figure it out. And just let life be life. Like at this juncture, if you've done all that, enjoy every bit of life you have. Stop trying to figure it out, because, you know, he didn't bring you this far just to bring you this far. And you're missing out on all these moments trying to figure out what's ahead. And he already told you, he got you. He already showed you. If you've already put that work in and this is your harvest season, now, hey, slow down for a minute. Get that opportunity to hold, breathe, take it in, okay? And now you're in a season, you're no longer moving out of obligation. You're moving, you know, with intention. With intention on bringing the most authentic you to the table, with the intention on, hey, letting life just be life. Okay, it doesn't have to be a whole lot more. And I know, you know, sometimes it's like, okay, well, how can you do that? We got all these responsibilities, we have this, we have that, and that is true. And it's not always easy to sit down and sit with it, and you know what I'm saying, because you're always on the go. And you're conditioned to be on the go. And you have so many obligations that sometimes you don't really have that time to even sit down. Like, for real. So, I tell people, do it while you're moving. You got to drive from point A to point B. You know, sometimes the inspiration comes, you know, a lot of things come. It can be in music. It can be a sign. You know what I'm saying? In the birds that you see, in, you know, different synchronicities, numbers, or, you know, anything. And sometimes we just have conditioned ourselves to believe that we're so much in a hurry that we can't take in what's here for us to take in. But I'm going to tell you, if we don't take it in now, when are we going to take it in? Oh, you say when you die and go to heaven? Some people going to be mad at me right now, because I'm not saying it's a heaven, it's a hell, it's a whatever. You already know me. We got heaven right here on earth. But nobody has come back that I know and told me about heaven. Okay? But I do know from a lot of things that I've read and studied that we have heaven right here. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than us. It is so much bigger than us, and we're spending so much time trying to, you know what I'm saying, do everything we're supposed to do. And one of the main things we're supposed to do is be here and enjoy what we are blessed with. You know what I'm saying? And when I say enjoy what we are blessed with, the love that we have, the love that we can give, the love for one another, you know what I'm saying? In the simple things, you know, that unconditional love for another individual. You feel me? Coming together, because we're all in this, you know, and you can't let society be out here making you think that the world is a bad place, even though there are bad things that go on in the world. Okay, just saying. So real quick, we're gonna pull a couple cards here. You know, have I pulled a card or two lately? Nah, I don't think so. But we just gonna see what this energy is going on here. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm using my Love and Divinity deck, so we're gonna see what the flavor is. Oh wow. Okay, we have Sacred Realm number 33. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow. And you know, I always show them to you. Now I'm gonna try to do this in such a way that you can actually see it. You see there's a whale, he's surfing. You know, it's a lot of different things. You got your looks like mountains and stuff, a little hut there. Let's see. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you got a temple there. And it says, enter your sacred space to tune into the portal of your heart. Somewhere that feels safe and peaceful for you to connect in solitude. You know I'm going to look it up. You know I'm going to get a little bit more information on that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, you really got to, oh my gosh, this connection you have with yourself. Caverns in the corners of your mind, breaking open, then rebuilding what you thought you once knew, shifting and lifting the veil. You can touch it. As you do, the fabric between dimensions ripple throughout, sending shock waves and emissions of pure light energy. Your touch alone can be the starting point. Your touch alone can be the moment in where you feel the interconnectedness of all. Create a sacred space to tune into the portal of your heart. Somewhere that feels safe and peaceful for you to connect in solitude. You know, as we're coming up on this full moon, you know, and you see the brightness up there, it looks like a full moon. We have a full moon coming. You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to be a lot. A lot of people, you know, just go outside for 2 seconds during the full moon. Just go outside, catch the energies. You know what I'm saying? Take your shoes off, ground with Mother Earth, and just look up. It can be 30 seconds. It can be a minute. And connect with yourself. Well, let's see what that one says since it wants to pop out. But connect with yourself. Just take that time and you'll be able to feel it. And listen to yourself. You need it. You need that reset. I can't make this up. This says bigger picture. Bigger picture. See all the different, just the bigger picture. Camera, different sceneries, flowers, shadow work, it looks like. It says, you will never be free until you free yourself from the prison of your own false thoughts. He says, you will never be free until you free yourself from the prison of your own false thoughts. He says, zoom out. A shift in perspective is needed in this moment to gain clarity around a current situation you feel stuck on. And I'll speak to you guys about that. Like, for real, for real. And we've pulled that before. Feel the collective energy rising. Yes, it may seem chaotic, confusing, but don't allow it to stray you from your path. You came back to this lifetime with a specific intent. And now, more than ever, you need to remain focused. Have faith and trust. Trust that you hold the knowledge within you that will not lead you astray. Trust that we see you and we hear you and we are walking in unison, step by step of this journey. Trust that you are powerful. You are a powerful, sovereign being, and your greatest barrier can at times be your own self. Yeah, there's situations going on, and these situations are frustrating because they're not panning out how you're thinking they're supposed to be panning out. And that was, see, that goes, and how did it know? That goes right along the lines of trying to know the outcome and, dictate what the outcome is going to be. There's a bigger picture, and that's why I say don't get mad if you think something was supposed to pan out a certain way. You thought you saw the real breakthrough. You thought you saw some stuff. Oh, okay, here we go. And plot twist. There's a bigger picture. So until you step back and see how that bigger picture is aligning with your life and what's going on in your life, until you step back and take a look at that, you're not going to see it. Because if you're trying to see it from the perspective of you thought you knew what the outcome was going to be, you're going to be pissed off. But if you look at it and you step back, I promise you, you're going to have an aha moment like, oh, okay, plot twist. I didn't see that. Okay, then. I mean, because at this point, your team is going to make it happen. And you don't even have to understand or know how it's going to happen. So step out of your own way. Enjoy this for what it is. Because you've done the hard work. Ain't nothing for you to stress. Like, for real. If you had that faith of that mustard seed and you know that you know that you know, and you've been seeing these blessings and these alignments happening little by little, you know what I'm saying? Your spirit team is showing you. And you've been seeing it. Whether it's people, strangers, somebody saying what needs to be said just at the moment that you need it. You seeing something. You ask a question and you hear lyrics to a song that answer the question. That's not your imagination. You know what I'm saying? You see a sign or the name of a business that just like, wow, wow, answer something that's in your head. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like Right Path Incorporated or some shit. You already know what I'm talking about. You've been seeing it happen. So, you know, just step back. Oh my gosh, take a look at that picture. And when you do, some of the chaos going on, it's not yours. But it is for you to experience. And some of the chaos may be similar to chaos that has appeared before. But now it's time for you to experience it at a certain level, to close it out and release it, and, you know, to step into the new chapters that you are now creating, okay? Okay, y'all, that is what I have for you today. You know what I'm saying? I thank you if you've reached it this far. We're like 25 minutes in. If you've reached it this far into this video, I appreciate you. I love you. You know, and I always say, oh my gosh, if no one has told you today that they love you, I love you. And I love you with my whole heart. I really do. In these days and times, man, you need that love. There's some coming your way, you know. And I tell you, if no one has told you today that you matter, you matter. You know, what you say matters. How you feel matters. Just everything about you matters. Don't try to be like the next person. We can't be like the next person. They only made one of us. And that's the best thing in the world, because they can try to replicate, but they can't duplicate. You feel what I'm saying? It's only one you. And that is your spark. That is everything. So guys, I love y'all, you know, and I hope you get the opportunity. Even it's when you're listening to this, you can listen to the birds or whatever, and air conditioners and stuff, but you get what I'm saying. You can just have that moment. But if you've made it to this part, thank you. I appreciate you. You're my people. And this is a safe space, you know. It's not always going to be easy. This journey that we are on is not going to be always easy. There's going to be things that come up. It's going to be feelings that we have, and it's okay. We got to allow ourselves to still feel it. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to be perfect. We're not here to have it all figured out. We're here to experience it all. And in the process of experiencing it all, coming back to who we are, so now that our experience can be on a whole nother level beautiful. Okay? And I love y'all. I can go on and on and on, but for now, I love y'all. And you know, until we speak again, y'all be safe. Leave you with love, light, and sunshine. How I thought I was gonna forget. Be safe, y'all.